it was wrong. That's why I started with macro is large, micro is small, meaning the drops that come out of the infusion set are larger, right? So if they're larger, there's going to be less drops per ml. And that's when I paused. There's something wrong with what I wrote on the board. You see that? Okay, that's why I paused. Like, I think I flip-flop this too. Why? Macro, you said, is large. Correct. Macro is large. So if the drops are large, what happens? There's going to be less drops per milliliter. You follow now? Why I erased it? Micro, an infusion set is a micro drip. Micro means small. So if the drops are smaller, there's going to be more drops per milliliter. We're talking the IV infusion set that gets infused to patients, okay? There's like a faucet where you open it and close it. Okay. I want you to understand that macro is large. If the drops are large, you'll take a few drops to make an ml. And a macro drip is either 10, 12, 15, 20 drops per ml. Clear? Erase whatever you wrote initially, okay? Micro is small. If the drops are smaller, it'll take more drops to make it to 1 ml. It's okay to commit a mistake. See that? My gut says wrong. So I have to pause and stop. This is now correct. Okay? Macro versus micro. There's one information I want you to know, though. This is IV. We're talking IV. Okay? One information that always shows up that not a lot of people know, okay? When we're talking regular dropper, like the baby droppers, or the ones you use in the lab, the dropper, this is a conversion that you use. 1 ml is 20 drops. 1 ml is 20 drops. They have estimated, the baby drops, it's usually 1 ml, okay? That there's 20 drops in that tiny dropper to make it 1 ml. This usually shows up and is applied in eye drops. I said eye drops. Eye drops, ear drops, and solutions. Is that clear? This is IV. This is oral. This is eye drops, ear drops. They're not going to tell you this. You have to know this. So if you are to calculate the day supply, you have to know that 1 ml is 20 drops. Say usually an eye drop, I don't know how to draw, is either 5 ml or a 10 ml bottle, right? So if you are to calculate day supply, this is important. So how many drops will there be for a 5 ml bottle if this is your conversion? How many drops? 100. Yes. Okay. And for a 10 ml, 200. Let's L with GTT. Okay. GTT means drop. Okay. Sometimes doctor write GTTS means drops. Came from the Latin word gota. If you speak Spanish, gota. That's why, that symbol. Is that clear? Okay. Not IV, this calculation. Eye drops, ear drops, pediatric solutions for kids. Clear? Okay. IV, macro drip or micro drip. Clear? Why is this important? Because we're going to talk about flow rate and drip rate. And this is my intro to flow rate and drip rate. Yes, Steve?
Well, questions like that, that's...
Yes. Here? No. Not finals, but board exam, yes. Board exam, yes. That's why I mentioned it. Even if it's not in your finals. You know me. I don't walk out this door without giving you a minimum of 5 tips. True? Okay. Moving on. Now let's talk about flow rate and drip rate. That clear? Because this is an important info. It's not in your finals, but this is important. Okay? It's in your practice tests. Okay? Moving on. Let's go back to IV because we're doing in flow rate versus drip rate. And it has something to do with your infusion sets. Okay? Your infusion sets. I remember one of our ABHES accreditors said that, oh, you know, a lot of students will ask you, why do we have to do this calculation? We don't need it. I was a patient at a hospital, he said. I was a patient at a hospital, and the nurses didn't know how to calculate. And so I said, give me my prescription order. And he calculated it for the nurses. Like, very seldom to never. Well, you have that experience, okay? But this showed up as a question on the board exam. Let me define them first. Flow rate versus drip rate. Women, listen to me. We have flow days and we have drip days. I don't have those days anymore. When it's flow, it's large, a lot. When it's drip, it's almost to the end. There's little. Technically, they're one and the same. The formula is the same. So what am I trying to say? Man, if you're having a hard time picturing that, think about a faucet. If you open it all the way, what's that, flow or drip? Flow. Thank you. If you you thought you closed it, but not fully, what is that? So it's the same measurement. Are you following? Okay. Flow rate versus drip rate. My point is, on major exams, they use the term interchangeably. They may say, what's the flow rate? But they meant drip rate. And what's the drip rate when they meant flow rate? So be very careful. Don't fall into that trap. Technically though, a flow rate will be ml per hour or ml over H. And a drip rate will be drops per minute. Did you see the difference? A larger drop is an ml, a larger minute unit is an hour. Is that clear? Technically. But they love using just the term flow rate. So sometimes they say flow rate, but they want this answer. Okay. What is rate? Rate is R. Rate means speed. How fast? How fast? This many ml per hour. How fast will it drip? How fast will it flow? Is that clear? And there's two formulas for flow rate and drip rate. Okay. Erin, yes.
You probably couldn't give the formulas always after your question then. Well, because I was about to ask.
I'm trying not to use my flow, and then I call her, and she says, no, I'll wait till later.
I mean, I was gonna ask about that, but you said there's a formula, so I was gonna ask for the anything I was studying, it says volume over time was rate. So I didn't say
Skip.
I'm gonna give that out, then I'll wait. That's what I was gonna ask.
I'm trying to distract myself with my flow. Like not calling her, not that I'm neglecting you because I'm gonna get there, okay? R is rate, it means speed. Oh, speed. Lightning McQueen. Speed, I'm speed. I miss those days. No more Lightning McQueen, no more monsters. It's a different world. Anyway, it has two formulas. The simple formula is V over T. Volume over time. R means rate, V means volume, and T means time. The formula is R equals V over T. This formula, though, is usually for flow rate, which means your final answer will be ml per hour. Okay. It can be drip rate too, but if it's drip rate, it's going to be drops per minute. However, there's an extended formula for drip rate, and that is R equals V over T times C. Ooh, what is that now? Expanded. The C stands for constant or drop factor constant. What is that? Okay. Because you see this, they come in different sizes. Your infusion set comes in different sizes. Are you following? Okay, are you following? Okay. It's just an expanded formula. And we're going to apply both. We're going to start with V over T, the simple one first. Okay? Expanded. Why expanded? Infusion sets come in different sizes. So this C pertains to what type of infusion set was used. This C will either be 10 drops per ml or 12 drops per ml. Very common. 15, 20 drops per ml or 50, 60 drops per ml. Is that clear? That's given. It's in the label. So the C will always be given, the drop factor constant. Is that clear? Okay. Now let's put this in an example. Okay. I have two worksheets, but I'm going to focus on the simple formula first. So what do you do to calculate for flow rate? Find a volume, which will always be in ml, and find a time, which will be in hours. However, that's not always the case. Okay? So if it's speed, what is the question? What is the flow rate, right? What is the drip rate? But sometimes the X is V. If the X is V, what is that? The question will be, how much do you need to infuse? Thank you. Thank you guys watched the video. Did you? E would be, how long will it take to infuse? That is the question. And you just transpose it. Okay? We'll do practice on that. Okay. You can leave the formula as is, but me, I like putting the X on the left side. I'll transpose and get the formula first and proceed. Don't worry about that yet. We'll do the simple V over T practice problem first. Get one and pass. So in word problems, what I do, I identify first. If I know the formula R, which is the rate, is V over T, I will find my V and put V on top. I will find my T and put T on top. In the first problem, by the way, before you move on, this is always a question between instructors. Okay, they always ask, what's our final answer? Round up or round down? Some books would say round up. Some books would say round down. Okay, I tried to peek on your final exam. It really doesn't matter. However, I have here on my notes, it says whole number, because you don't put ml per hour with decimals. Okay, so we're going to do whole numbers for flow rate and drip rate, because there's no such thing as 1.2 drops, right? So whole number, and what do we follow? Round up to a whole number. Is that clear? Both for ml and both for drops. Is that clear? Okay. Some books would say round down. Some books would say round up. Instructors always discuss this. Do you say round up or you say round down? I put a note on mine. Okay. Let's just do round up. Your final answer. First question, I'll do it on the board. Okay. Order 2000 ml. What does that tell me right away? I'm going to label that as V. Okay. Infusing by pump over 24 hours. I saw something. What will I label 24 hours? Time. What is the flow rate? Straightforward, isn't it? So how do we solve this? The V is 2000 ml. It has to be an ml. If you're given 2 liters, you have to convert that because remember our flow rate is ml per hour. Is that clear? Okay. And then 24 hours. My answer will be 2000 ml divided by 24 hours. So that will give me 83 ml per hour. Who got that one? Hands up. Keep going. Okay. I'm going to wait for you on this one. You will have a 30-question practice problem next after this. I want you to master this part first. On the PTCE, this shows up a lot. V over T, V over T, V over T. Okay? What do you need to consider when you see a V over T problem or a flow rate problem? The V must always be in ml and the T must always be in hour. Okay? I'll talk about drops per minute later. Solve this one for now. No, that's not important.
Okay.
You only need the V and the T. Okay?
Thank you.
Those IV bags are throwing you off, but you have to remember these are realistic prescriptions. So it's telling you what type of IV bag to grab. Get it? These are realistic prescriptions. But the quarter normal saline didn't matter in the calculation. You can cross it out if you want to. Is that clear?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. This is how PTCE is worded. There will be numbers in there that you thought you need to use, but you don't. Okay? It's simple. This 10-question problem is simple. V over T. That's it. Identify your V. Your V must be in ml. Identify your T must be in hour. Done. Calculate. Round up to a whole number. That's it. Some instructors would say round down. Okay? I put a notation on my answer sheet. Okay? If your book says round down, follow round down. Just drop the decimal. Okay. I'll be right back. A quick peek.
It's kind of like a ventilation. Yeah. I thought it was oh, that's which way for this one? Yeah, it's like this.
Six. Anything over here.
Yes.
So you get to it.
Yeah, we
Just double check.
Yeah.
Business is.
it would see it's 60 minutes.
Oh, wait a minute, so wait, it doesn't, it is.
Yes, I do. Oh, how'd you do this?
What, did you just divide it?
No, because hours and minutes are totally different. I'm gonna see. 33, we're supposed to use this forwarding for anything that's a minute. Okay. I'm saying this, I don't know.
That's awesome. I thought the tower was. I thought the
Half a day is you round hours.
Yeah.
And then if you said. So an hour and 71. So I think that's.
Ready?
60.
I'll be right back.